In the crowded streets of Lagos, where the rich build their dreams and the poor struggle just to survive, a boy was born into a life that seemed already decided for him. His name was Chidera. While other children woke up to warm breakfasts and comfortable homes, Chidera woke up to hunger, struggle, and uncertainty. But what no one knew was that this poor boy carried something powerful inside him, a mind that refused to give up.
Chidera, wake up, my son. You'll be late for school.
Good morning, Mama.
This is the only bread we have. Eat before you go.
No, Mama, you eat it. I'm not hungry.
School was supposed to be a place where dreams began, but for Chidera, it was often a place where his poverty was exposed. Every day he walked into the classroom carrying the same secret, the secret that he might be sent home again.
Chidera, stand up. Where are your school fees?
Sir, my father said he will pay soon.
You have been saying that for weeks.
Maybe his father is too poor. Poor people shouldn't come to this school.
Chidera, go home and return when your fees are complete.
Words hurt. The laughter hurt even more. But what hurt the most was knowing his father was already trying his best. While Chidera was being sent home from school, his father was somewhere else in the city, fighting a battle of his own, not against people, but against poverty.
Please, sir, I will finish the work today. You said that yesterday. I know, I just need this job. My son needs school fees. Chidera, my son,
Welcome, Papa.
I brought food.
It wasn't much, but to a father who had nothing, it was everything he could give. Life has a way of testing the strongest hearts, and for Chidera, the next test came sooner than anyone expected. The man who had carried the weight of the family on his shoulders was about to leave them behind.
Chidera, come here, my son.
What is it, Papa?
You must promise me something. No matter how hard life becomes, never stop chasing your dreams.
Daddy, are you okay?
I'm fine, son. Just a little tickle.
You sure?
I'm sure. Promise me.
I promise, Papa.
Now, bedtime.
Okay, Daddy.
Chidera, call someone. Call for help.
That night, a hard-working father took his final breath, and a young boy lost the only man who had been fighting the world for him. Losing a father was painful, but for Chidera and his mother, the pain did not end there. In a world where money decides who deserves mercy, grief is often ignored.
Madam, I have waited long enough. Your husband is gone, and the rent is still unpaid.
Please, sir. I just lost my husband.
Time will not pay my bills. If you cannot pay, you must leave today.
Mama, where will we go?
God will make a way, my son.
And just like that, the small house that once held their memories was no longer their home. After losing their home, life became even harder for Chidera and his mother. But while other children spent their days playing, Chidera had already made a decision. If life would not give him a chance, he would create one.
Ah, Chidera, you are a strong boy. Thank you. Take this.
No, Mama, it's okay.
Take it. You worked for it. Chidera, where did you get this?
Worked at the market today.
My son, you shouldn't be the one taking care of me.
You always take care of me. Now it's my turn.
In a world that had already taken so much from him, Chidera was still choosing kindness. Life had already taken Chidera's father, but the challenges were not finished. The long days, the stress, and the constant struggle for survival had slowly begun to affect the one person Chidera loved the most, his mother.
Mama, I brought some bread from the market.
Thank you, my son. You are working too hard.
Mama, are you okay? It's nothing, just a little tired.
For the first time, Chidera realized something terrifying. The one person who had always been there for him might not be strong forever. The next few days were filled with worry. Chidera watched his mother grow weaker with every passing day, and slowly, a painful truth began to settle in his heart. Someone had to take responsibility for the family, and that someone was him.
Chidera, you'll be late for school.
Mama, I'm not going to school today. You need someone to take care of you. No, your education is important. I'll return to school one day.
It was a promise he made not only to his mother, but also to himself. Time passed. The boy who once walked to school with dreams in his eyes was now stepping into a very different world. With no money for school and a sick mother to care for, Chidera had no choice but to learn how to survive. And survival led him to a mechanic workshop.
So you want to learn work here?
Yes, sir. I'm ready to work hard.
Look at this small boy. He won't last 1 week here. Start by cleaning the workshop.
Yes, sir.
The laughter didn't stop him. The insults didn't break him. Because deep inside, Chidera still believed his story was only beginning.
The mechanic workshop was not a place for the weak. Every day, engines roared, tools clanged, and tempers flared. For most apprentices, the work was too hard. But for Chidera, hard work had been part of his life since childhood.
Small boy, bring that wrench.
Yes, sir.
And bring water too. Right away! This engine won't start.
Sir, maybe this wire is the problem.
This boy.
Sometimes, talent speaks quietly, but those who pay attention always hear it. On a normal afternoon at the mechanic workshop, something unusual happened. A car unlike anything they normally saw slowly drove into the dusty compound. It was clean, it was expensive, and inside that car was someone who would unknowingly change Chidera's life
Good afternoon,
forever.
madam. How can we help you?
My father said the engine has been making a strange sound.
Who will check it?
Sir, I can take a look.
In that single moment, neither of them realized it. But destiny had just introduced them to each other. As the other mechanics returned to their work, Chidera quietly opened the hood of the luxury car. To everyone else in the workshop, it was just another engine. But to Chidera, every engine was a puzzle waiting to be solved.
Do you fix cars like this every day?
Yes. Engines are all the same. They just speak different languages.
You sound like an engineer.
I just try to learn something new every day.
That was fast.
It was only a loose part.
In a world that often ignored him, someone was finally beginning to see him. The engine was fixed. The job was finished. But for Zara, the moment didn't feel finished yet. There was something about the quiet mechanic that made her curious.
It's a nice name.
Thank you, madam.
Maybe I'll come back if the car makes that sound again.
You're welcome anytime.
It was a simple conversation, just a name. But sometimes, the smallest moments become the beginning of something unforgettable. That night, in a mansion far away from the dusty mechanic workshop,
Zara tried to return to her normal life, but something unexpected had followed her home. A thought she couldn't seem to shake.
I met someone today. Someone? Who? Just someone I met at the mall.
Sometimes the heart notices things long before the mind understands them. The next morning, the
that
mechanic
expensive car
workshop
again?
returned to its usual noise and chaos. Engines roared, tools clanged, and Chidera continued working like any other day. But for someone else, this day had a different purpose. Sometimes the heart creates excuses just to see someone again.
Expensive car again? Welcome back, madam. Good afternoon, madam. Is there another problem?
Yes, I think the fan is making a strange noise.
Okay, we'll check it out. Chidera, come check it.
While Chidera checked the engine again, Zara didn't leave like she did the day before. Instead, she stayed, watching quietly, curious about the quiet mechanic who seemed different from everyone else in the workshop.
Madam, there is nothing wrong with the car.
Maybe you should check the other side. So, how long have you been working here?
A few years.
You look young.
Life makes people grow faster sometimes.
Did you always want to be a mechanic?
Not exactly, but it's honest work.
That evening after the workshop closed, Chidera couldn't stop thinking about Zara's invitation. It sounded simple, but deep down, he knew it could change everything.
Guy, you've been quiet since we left the workshop. What's going on? There's this girl. I knew it. Tell me. She brought her car to the workshop. She's rich, very rich. So what happened? She asked me to come check her car later. Then go. You don't understand. People like her don't mix with people like us. Sometimes life gives you a chance. You should at least see where it leads.
For the first time in a long while, Chidera found himself standing at a crossroads. The next evening, after hours of thinking and hesitation, Chidera finally made his decision. With nervous steps, he followed the address Zara had given him, and soon he found himself standing in front of a place that looked nothing like the world he came from.
People actually live here.
Yes? Who are you looking for?
My name is Chidera. Madam Zara asked me to come check her car.
Madam, the mechanic you mentioned is here.
In that moment, Chidera realized just how far apart their two worlds really were. As the gate slowly
You may
closed
enter.
behind him, Chidera stepped into a world he had only seen from a distance. Bright lights, beautiful buildings, expensive cars, and standing at the top of the mansion steps was Zara.
You made it.
Yes, you said the car had another problem.
The car is fine.
Then, why did you call me?
I just wanted to talk somewhere quieter.
This place is very beautiful.
Away from the noise of the workshop, and far from the expectations of the world she grew up in, Zara and Chidera sat together in the quiet garden of the mansion. For the first time, they were simply two people learning about each other.
So, how did you become a mechanic?
Life happened.
What do you mean?
My father died when I was young, and my mother got sick.
So you had to stop school?
Yes, I had to work.
That must have been very difficult.
You get used to difficult things.
In that quiet moment, Zara began to see something she had never truly noticed before. Strength doesn't always come from power. Sometimes it comes from survival. The night air was calm,
and the garden lights cast soft shadows across the quiet mansion grounds. Zara had spent her whole life surrounded by wealth, power, and comfort. But sitting beside Chidera, she was seeing something far more rare.
You know, I admire you
Why?
because you didn't give up.
I just did what I had to do.
Most people in your situation would have stopped dreaming.
Dreaming is the only thing nobody can take away.
In that moment, Zara realized something she had never expected. The mechanic she met by accident had become the most interesting person she had ever known. Chidera spoke quietly in the garden. They didn't realize they were no longer alone. From the balcony of the mansion, someone had been watching them.
Who is that boy? Find out how he entered this property. Yes, sir.
Back in the garden?
It's good to be back.
Madam Zara, your father is asking about the visitor.
It's okay. He's here to check the car.
In that moment, something invisible had changed. The quiet meeting between two different worlds had just been noticed. Inside the mansion, behind large glass windows and expensive furniture, sat the man who built the empire Zara was born into. A man respected by many and feared by even more. Zara's father.
Sir, there is a visitor outside with Miss Zara. Visitor? Yes, sir. A young man. Who invited him? And who exactly is this young man? He is a mechanic from a roadside workshop.
In that moment, a storm had quietly begun to form. After hearing the news, Zara's father didn't say another word. He simply stood up from his chair and walked slowly toward the balcony.
That boy does not belong here.
Sometimes the most dangerous moments begin with nothing more than a single look. The night was slowly coming to an end. The garden lights flickered softly as the air grew quieter. For Chidera, it had been one of the most unusual evenings of his life.
I should probably go now.
Yes, it's getting late. I'm glad you came.
Me too.
Do you think we could meet again sometime?
If you want to.
I do.
Neither of them knew it yet, but that simple promise would soon change both of their lives. Later that night, after Chidera had
Call
already left
Zara.
the mansion, Zara was called into her father's office. It was not unusual for her father to want to speak with her,
Call Zara.
but tonight, his voice carried a different tone.
Sit down. Who is the young man you brought into this house tonight?
He's a mechanic. He fixed my car.
A mechanic in my house?
He's a good person.
Listen carefully, Zara. People like him do not belong in our world.
For Zara's father, it was a simple rule. In his world, status mattered more than anything else. Zara had spent her entire life respecting her father's rules, but tonight, something inside her refused to stay silent.
You don't even know him.
I don't need to.
He's hardworking. He's honest.
That is not the point.
Then what is the point?
The point is that people like him and people like us live in different worlds.
Maybe those worlds don't have to stay separate.
In that moment, the quiet disagreement between father and daughter had become something far more serious.
Zara's father was not a man who lost arguments. In his world, problems were not debated. They were handled.
Find out everything about that mechanic. Yes, sir. Where he lives, where he works, who he spends time with. Understood, sir. No one will take advantage of my daughter.
For Chidera, life had always been difficult, but now he was about to face a challenge far more powerful than poverty. The next day,
Life returned to its usual rhythm at the mechanic workshop. Engines roared, tools clanged, and Chidera continued working, completely unaware that someone powerful was already watching his life.
Look, that rich girl again. You came back.
Is that a problem?
No, I was just surprised.
I wanted to see how your day looks here.
For Zara, the workshop was something new and fascinating, but for Chidera, it was simply life. While Zara enjoyed spending time at the workshop, someone else had also arrived that day, but unlike Zara, he wasn't there out of curiosity.
Excuse me, I'm looking for someone. Who? That young man over there. Ah, that one? That's Chidera, one of our apprentices. How long has he worked here?
A few years now. Why?
Just asking.
Somewhere in the city, Zara's father was quietly learning everything about the young mechanic. For Zara, the mechanic workshop was completely different from the world she had always known. There were no marble floors, no quiet halls, no luxury cars waiting in polished garages. Only the smell of engine oil, the sound of metal tools, and people working hard every day.
Do you do this all day?
Most days, yes.
Can I try helping?
Helping?
You said engines are puzzles. Maybe I can learn something.
All right, hold this bolt while I tighten it.
For the first time, Zara was experiencing a world far different from her own, and strangely, she liked it. As the sun slowly disappeared behind the buildings, the workshop began to close for the day. Mechanics packed their tools, engines fell silent, and Chidera started his usual walk home.
So this is where you work? Now we know where you live.
Chidera had spent his life overcoming poverty and hardship, but now a new challenge had quietly entered his life. Late that night, the investigation was complete. Every detail about Chidera's life had been collected, and now it was time for Zara's father to hear the truth.
Sir, we found everything you asked for.
Speak.
His name is Chidera. He works as an apprentice mechanic. He lives in a small neighborhood with a friend. His family struggled financially for years.
He has no connections, no influence, and no wealth. Good.
To Zara's father, the report confirmed exactly what he expected. The young mechanic was not just poor. In his eyes, he was unacceptable. Zara's father was not a man who liked uncertainty. When something threatened the order of his world, he dealt with it personally.
Bring the boy to me.
Sir, you mean the mechanic?
Yes.
Should we invite him or force him?
Invite him first. If he refuses, we'll handle it another way. How about
Somewhere across the city, Chidera was living his normal life, completely unaware that a powerful man had just summoned him. The next afternoon, the mechanic workshop was as busy as ever. Engines roared, mechanics shouted instructions, but suddenly, something unusual caught everyone's attention.
Who are those people?
We need to talk. Now. We're looking for someone. Who? Chidera. Chidera,
Yes, that's me.
our boss would like to meet you
Okay, when?
tomorrow morning. I'll be there.
In that moment, Chidera realized something strange was happening, but he had no idea that the meeting waiting for him would change everything. A short time later, Chidera found himself standing once again in front of the massive mansion, but this time, he wasn't there to see Zara. He had been summoned.
So, you are Chidera.
Yes, sir.
You work as a mechanic,
Yes, sir.
and yet you seem to spend quite a lot of time with my daughter.
In that moment, Chidera realized he was standing in front of a man who controlled far more than just a company. He controlled power. Zara's father had built his entire empire on one belief: everything in the world had a price.
Take this. Start a business, change your life, but in return, you will stay away from my daughter.
Sir, with respect, I didn't meet your daughter because of money.
In that moment, the billionaire realized something unexpected. The young mechanic standing in front of him could not be bought. For the first time in many years, Zara's father heard a word he wasn't used to. No.
Do you know who you're speaking to?
Yes, sir.
Men like you don't refuse opportunities like that.
I wasn't looking for an opportunity.
Then listen carefully. Stay away from my daughter or you will regret it.
Chidera had faced poverty, hunger, and hardship his entire life. But this time, the challenge standing in front of him carried power. A few minutes later, Chidera stepped out of the mansion. The night air felt heavier than before. The conversation with Zara's father still echoed in his mind.
Chidera, I heard you came to see my father. What happened?
He asked me to stay away from you.
And what did you say?
I told him the truth,
Which is?
that I didn't meet you because of money.
In that quiet moment, their bond became stronger than ever. But the road ahead would not be easy. That night, long after the city had grown quiet, Chidera sat alone thinking about everything that had happened. The words of Zara's father echoed in his mind. For the first time, he began to ask himself a difficult question. Was this the life he would accept forever?
You've been quiet since you came back. What happened? I met Zara's father.
The billionaire?
He told me I don't belong in their world. Forget about people like that.
No, he's right about one thing. What do you mean?
If I want a different future, I have to build it myself.
In that quiet moment, a new chapter of Chidera's life began.
You're studying again? One step at a time.
Sir, the meeting starts in 10 minutes.
Thank you.
Who is that?
Wait, is that Chidera?
Good afternoon, Oga.
You're the same apprentice?
Yes, I just kept working.
Chidera?
Hello, Zara.
I heard about you, your company, your success.
It took a few years.
I always believed you would make it.